Dad, can I ask you something?
Of course.
At school right now, it feels like everyone's cheating. And I'm not. And I'm watching people get better grades than me. And I found out they used ChatGPT or they paid someone. And I feel stupid, like actually stupid. Why would I work this hard when they're not working at all?
You feel like you're losing.
Yeah, I feel like I'm losing.
Okay. I want to tell you something I learned the hard way. And I need you to really listen because this is going to sound simple, but it's not.
Okay.
The cost of a shortcut doesn't show up when you take it. It shows up later, sometimes much later.
What do you mean?
When someone cheats on a test today, they win today. Grade's good, they feel smart, they move on.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what actually happened. They didn't learn anything. They didn't build the skill. They just sidestepped it.
But if they got the grade,
I know. Right now, the grade looks like the win. But in a month, in a semester, when something harder comes along that requires them to actually think, they're going to hit a wall. And they won't even know why they can't do it, because they skipped all the steps that would have taught them how.
so they'll eventually get caught.
Not necessarily caught. That's the thing. No one has to catch them. The world just, stops working for them.
Okay.
And by then, there's this gap between who they're pretending to be and who they actually are. And living in that gap is exhausting.
But you don't know their future. Maybe they figure it out.
You're right. I don't know. But I can tell you what I've watched happen. I've watched people who looked so far ahead of me when we were young. They had shortcuts for everything. They looked smarter, faster, better.
Yeah.
And now, most of them aren't ahead. They're actually behind. Because the people who did the boring hard work, we actually built something. We actually know how to think. We actually know how to do things. Oh,
How long does that take, though, to feel ahead instead of behind?
that's the real question. And I won't lie to you. It takes longer than watching someone cheat and think they won.
So why do it then, if it's harder and takes longer?
Because there's a difference between feeling like you won and actually being built to win. And you can't see that difference right now. I couldn't either.
I don't understand.
Okay, imagine two people. One of them, every time they hit a problem, they find a way around it. Cheat, pay someone, use a tool wrong. They're always looking for the escape. The other person, when they hit a problem, they sit with it. They struggle. They learn. They find out they're actually capable of more than they thought.
Right?
Now, on the surface, person one looks faster. They're winning every day. But person one is building a person who needs escapes. They're building someone fragile.
And person two?
Person two is building someone who knows they can handle hard things. That's not a grade. That's not something you can fake. That's just who you are.
But in school right now, person one is winning.
In school right now, yes, but school is temporary. Your whole life isn't. The skills don't matter. The character does. And you can't shortcut character.
So I'm supposed to just feel good about being worse at school than people who are cheating?
No, you're not supposed to feel good about it. You're supposed to understand that you're not actually behind. You're just on a different timeline. And right now, when they're ahead, that's the price they're paying. They don't know who they are. They don't know if they can actually do anything. You know that. And that's worth something, even if it doesn't look like it in a grade book.
That still feels lonely.
It is lonely. Integrity is lonely. Doing the hard thing when everyone's taking shortcuts is lonely. I'm not going to pretend it isn't. But loneliness and being wrong are different things. You're not wrong. You're just on your own path.
Did you ever think about just giving up, just cheating too?
Yes, I did. There was a point where I was exactly where you are. And I almost went that way.
Wow.
But I watched someone I knew really well take that path. And I watched what happened to them. They got what they wanted faster. But they lost the ability to trust themselves. They were always waiting for someone to find out. Always wondering if they could actually do anything on their own. And I realized that wasn't worth it.
So you just chose the hard way.
I chose to be someone I could respect. That sounds cheesy, I know, but it's true. And that choice didn't make my life easier. But it made my life mine. I know what I can do. I know what I built. I know no one gave me anything I didn't earn.
I want that. I think I want that.
Then you already have it. The fact that you're asking this question, the fact that you feel bad watching people cheat instead of feeling tempted, that's already the choice. You're already building it.
Even though they're getting better grades right now?
Even though one day you'll be glad you did this. Not because you'll be rich or famous or anything like that, but because you'll look back and you'll know that the person you became is someone you actually built, not something you bought or cheated your way into. And that's a real thing that actually matters.